What's up, everybody? My name is Justin. I'm the guy that puts together all the videos and gets everything posted for Carlos and Los Libertinos. For the next couple weeks, because Carlos and Vanessa had a baby, I'll be kind of covering things with putting together some clips and different videos and putting out some content. And then at the end of October, Carlos will be back with Mark Claire of the Lions of Liberty. For today's episode, we've got a clip from Carlos getting to ask a question of Michael Brooks on a Renegade University live stream. So enjoy the clip and get ready for the end of October when Carlos will be back with Mark Claire.
Hey, what's up, Michael?
Hey,
Carlos. Yeah, I just want to backtrack a little bit. You had, when you were talking about Lula, I had never heard of him before. And you brought up twice how his interactions with soccer. And the only other sports leader, national leader that ties in sports as far as the part of their character is like Putin, with judo. And they're popular. He's popular in his country, and you were saying that this guy Lula was popular in his country. My question is, how important is the national sport and the national leader to be intertwined to push an agenda when in sports competition and fairness is a big part of it?
That's a really cool question. I'm bringing sports back into my life a lot because, like everybody else, I've been rewatching The Last Dance like a million times. Yeah. So yeah. I literally started reordering Phil Jackson books that I used to read.
You are hard up.
Oh yeah, man, I'm on it. Well, I think that I don't know. To me, the way Lula talks about stuff like soccer is just, again, and it's another thing that's amazing. I think, look, it's as simple as the left being middle class versus working class in some ways. Like, his whole presentation of why you do these things is, like, he'll say, like, have you ever had the feeling of you're walking your little boy or kid by a shop and you can't afford what's inside? And I governed for those people to make sure that they could get the kid the present they wanted. Or, he goes, you feed money into the economy, people start to feel good. They can buy an extra beer. They can have coffee. They can go see a soccer game. They can go watch a movie. So I think that, sports are the language and passion for a lot of people. And so it makes a lot of sense to me that people would need to be tuned into it. I don't know if, I'm not answering your question as well as you asked it, but I think that, especially in this time, I miss sports a lot. And sports are also probably like great. They are great metaphors for let's have vigorous competition in context. Not everybody gets a trophy, but if you don't get a trophy, you don't starve to death. We can't, if all of our lives are defined by in-group and out-group, that's pretty pathetic and toxic and unhelpful, but it's actually a fucking awesome way to get that energy out, to go to a game and, call the other team every word imaginable and wish death on them. And then get on with your life.
Yeah. It's better than real war.
Honestly, I think actually sports prototypes so much of even like things that could be really bad, healthy ways of expressing them. Of course, that then we actually know, like, all of a sudden you read some fucking, I'll pick on Cali, some asshole Raiders fan actually did put somebody in a coma because, they questioned the offensive line or whatever. And then obviously we know about, soccer in Europe and soccer clubs and all of that. So obviously that can be a really problematic terrain too. But I like that, actually. I like sports that's such a perfect example of like.
Well, I have this idea that once as our nation or around the world, once we care more about who the president of FIFA is, I think we'll be all better off for it, in terms of peace.
One of the most corrupt organizations in the world.
Yeah, I was going to say we got to work on FIFA, but no, I think that's actually another interesting, because I know like Thad will always say like, hey, I don't want to do extra work, and I think again I'm going to just really assert that it seems like we haven't figured out a scenario at all where we aren't doing extra work. So let's make the extra work a little bit more. Look, I mean,
Robots, baby. What are you talking about?
robots.
That's what's coming.
If you want robots to help cut down the work week, then you better be a socialist, homie. That's the only way robots are going to get deployed that way. And then then you can do your German ideology line, where you can be a fisherman during the day and art critic at night, all that shit. That's right up your alley.
You were doing so well. What happened?
Has technological advances in capitalist societies cut down our workload? Well,
that's up to it's a longer.
I mean, there's a lot. I mean, at the very least, you'd have to complicate that, right?
You're just wrong. And we're gonna go to the next question.
Has it? Wait.
No, you lost your mind. You just lost.
This stuff has cut down our workload for real.
Okay.
You being on technology all day has cut down your workload and lessened your anxiety.
So you're right.
You're just wrong.
No. Hold on. No, hold, Michael. Okay, you want the fucking nuance? I'll give you the fucking nuance.
All right, I want to hear the nuance.
Fuck's sake, dude. So yes, the work week in this country declined until the fucking smartphone was invented, and then it's flattened, basically.
Right.
So it hasn't really gone up or down. It's kind of flat. Kind of actually might have increased a little bit because Americans, my argument is, are so puritanical and we have work so deeply ingrained in our head as a virtue, right?
Yep.
When we get this magical toy that you can do anything with, leisure or work, right? We choose to use it for work.
Which is I know we don't have much time, but I actually had a good Bessner and I were talking about how
Bessner?
Yeah, Daniel Bessner, why there isn't. I mean, we emphasize, especially in America, talking about the material base of things because Americans are so fucking idealist and idea driven about everything, in my opinion. They don't look at the material forces nearly enough. We were just talking about that in the race conversation.
Right.
But obviously, at the end of the day, there's some type of integral approach. So, of course, there is capitalism that drives everything. And then, yes, France and Ghana and the United States are going to process this differently.
Yeah, right.
Because of different cultural frameworks and incentive structure, of course.
So in Denmark, they've had smartphones just as long as we have, yet their work week is what is it? It's sad. It's disgusting. They work 500 hours per year less than we do.
So, but there's no way, in the interest of nuance, I will totally acknowledge that part of that is cultural and work to play instead of live to work, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But that's absolutely also because Denmark has a powerful social safety net and labor unions that say, no, we're going to protect those gains. And if the CEO of a Danish multinational could get people to work more, they would.
But the unions wouldn't fight for those things if the rank and file didn't want them. So it starts as a cultural demand.
I just, I'm less of a fundamental. It's funny because when we get these arguments, I realize I'm just less of a fundamentalist than you. It starts to become just such a rarefied chicken or egg thing. And I think it's obviously a dynamic interplay.
All right. I'm not that passionate about it, but I am basically a Hegelian, right? Ideas.
I know.
Yeah.
You are.
Ideas.
You're an ideas man.
Yeah.